If you are over 60 and believe that simply walking is enough to keep your legs strong, I need to be straightforward with you. Walking alone does not rebuild the strength, balance, and stability that has been lost. After 65, with every year that passes without the right stimulation, the body loses reaction time, confidence, and control. Climbing stairs becomes harder, standing up from a chair requires effort, and the risk of falls grows silently. The good news is that you don't need to exercise more, you need to train smarter. Today, you will learn 5 movements that reprogram your legs. Pause, heel raises, sit to stand, step down, wall sit hold, and hip abduction. The first one begins sitting in a chair, and it can change everything for you right now. Topic 1. The real problem. Leg strength. Loss after 60. Many people believe that losing leg strength is just a normal part of aging. However, the real problem is that the body stops using certain movement patterns. As a result, climbing stairs, standing up from a chair, and maintaining balance become increasingly difficult, raising the risk of falls. The good news is that this can be reversed with 5 simple movements. Pause. Heel raises. Stand up while holding onto a support. Slowly rise onto the balls of your feet. Hold at the top for 3 seconds. Descend slowly for 3 seconds, and repeat. Sit to stand. Sit in a sturdy chair, cross your arms over your chest, lean your trunk forward, and stand up by pushing through your heels. Then, sit down slowly. Standing. Hip abduction. Stand straight, holding onto a support. Lift one leg out to the side without leaning your torso, hold for 2 seconds, and lower it slowly. Step down. Stand on a low step or stair with one leg. Slowly lower the other foot until it almost touches the floor, keeping your knee aligned and your chest up. Wall. Sit hold. Lean your back against a wall. Slide down until your thighs are parallel to the floor, keep your feet forward, and hold the position for the longest comfortable time. These 5 movements will bring back strength, balance, and safety to your daily life. If this video has already been a wake-up call for you, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you love. It could change that person's future. If this video has already been a wake-up call for you, like it now to help us bring this message to more people. Subscribe to the channel to keep taking care of your strength, your balance, and your freedom. And think of someone you love, a friend, a family member, someone who also feels like their legs aren't quite the same. Share this video with that person right now. It could change their future. Topic 2. The direct impact on daily life. The true impact of leg weakening after 60 rarely hits all at once. It quietly sneaks in through small daily compromises. First, the stairs seem a little heavier. Then carrying groceries becomes a 2-trip mission. Soon enough, standing up from the sofa requires a moment of preparation, maybe even a push with the hands. These are not just inconveniences, they are signs that mobility after 60 is being slowly negotiated. And with every small adaptation, confidence diminishes a little more. A wise mentor would say this: daily movement is like money in a savings account. Small deposits made consistently protect you when challenges arise. Simple exercise habits. Over 60 restore not only strength but the freedom of choice. Being able to walk safely, stand up without fear, and move without hesitation reshapes how a person views their future. And when someone realizes how daily life is being quietly influenced by leg function, a deeper question naturally emerges about what truly builds lasting senior fitness from the inside out. Topic 3. The 5 patterns that build truly strong legs. Strong legs after 60 are not built by random effort. They are built by precise patterns repeated with intention. The body doesn't understand exercise the way people do. It understands signals. When the correct signals are sent through balance exercises, controlled strength, and stability, the nervous system responds by rebuilding coordination and power simultaneously. This is why two people can do the same workout and get completely different results. One is training muscles, the other is retraining movement. These five key patterns form what could be called the foundation of true senior fitness. One of them trains the ability to maintain strength under tension, another teaches the body to absorb force safely, another restores lateral stability, another rebuilds functional power, and one of them reignites the push-off strength, the thrust, for safe walking. Together, they cover all phases of how the body climbs, descends, stands up, and walks. It's not about forcing the body to work harder, but rather teaching it to work smarter again through focused exercises over 60. A practical way to visualize this is to imagine a table with 5 legs. Remove just one leg, and the table wobbles. The same happens with leg strength and mobility. After 60, if endurance is missing or control is weak or stability is lacking, the whole system becomes unreliable. When all 5 patterns are trained together, the body feels complete in its movements again. And once this is clear, an even more important question arises. Why do so many common workouts completely fail to rebuild these patterns in older adults? Topic 4. Why common exercises fail to build strong legs in older adults? Most traditional workouts were never designed with the aging nervous system in mind, and that is where the disconnect begins. Gym machines isolate muscles, long sessions exhaust the body, and fast movements often ignore control and balance. For someone over 60, this approach might make them sweat, but it doesn't truly improve function. The result is frustrating. The effort is high, but the leg strength for the real world barely changes. This is why many people say they exercise, but still feel unsafe on the stairs. A wise mentor would explain it this way: the body only adapts to what you specifically teach it. If you never teach it to control, it won't control. If you never teach it to stabilize, it won't stabilize. True fall prevention requires more than just staying active. It requires targeted signals that rebuild the trust between the brain and the body. And when someone understands why common routines fail, they naturally become curious about the science that finally explains what truly works. Write to me in the comments. What is your biggest difficulty when it comes to the strength of your legs? Topic 5. The scientific truth. Almost no one explains what science quietly reveals is that aging doesn't steal strength all at once. It changes the way the brain communicates with the muscles. After 60, the problem is rarely just weakness, it's synchronization, coordination, and the loss of activation patterns. When these signals fade, the muscles may still be there, but they don't respond with the same precision. And without this precision, balance exercises, controlled movement, and true fall prevention begin to decrease together. A mentor would say that the body is like a musical instrument. If the strings are there but the tuning is off, the sound will never be correct. Mobility. After 60 depends on retuning those neuromuscular connections so they work in harmony. When this happens, people often notice that walking feels lighter, standing up feels smoother, and they can walk safely without having to overthink every step. And when someone realizes that science actually supports this transformation, it sparks a natural curiosity about how to engage in this journey and take an active role in it. If this video has already been a wake-up call for you, like it now to help us bring this message to more people. Subscribe to the channel to keep taking care of your strength, your balance, and your freedom. And think of someone you love, a friend, a family member, someone who also feels like their legs aren't quite the same. Share this video with that person right now. It could change their future. Topic 6. Invitation to engagement, interaction with the audience. At this point in the journey, something important usually happens within the reader. Recognition. They begin to see their own routine in the examples, their own stairs, their own chair, their own hesitation when standing up or descending a step. And recognition is powerful because it breaks the isolation. It reminds people that they are not alone in this process of adaptation after 60. Senior fitness stops feeling like a personal struggle and starts feeling like a shared human experience. When someone reflects on how their balance exercises, leg strength, and mobility after 60 show up in real life, they begin to see where a small, consistent action can quietly reshape their future. And this is where connection becomes a cure. When people share their age, their challenges, or even their small victories, they create a living archive of hope for others who are just starting. Healthy aging becomes a collective path, not a lonely one. Each story reinforces that fall prevention and the ability to walk safely are not abstract goals but daily, lived realities. And from this shared space of truth, the motivation naturally grows to take the next step,